Hello. I showed this ship in an earlier video briefly. I think it's a Revel model, which as a youth I put together and cut the bottom off it, or scraped the bottom off on my father's bench sander or planer he had. These two in the front are 15mm metal Essex miniature Viking ships, very schematic, just almost symbolically give you an idea in 15mm of what your Viking ship would look like. But really what I wanted to show is this extraordinary kit. I found this as a youth in the 1970s in a model shop in Hitchin, name derived from the Hitcher, by the way, the Anglo-Saxon tribe. And cycled home several miles with this on the handlebars or some such, or clutched under the arm, I remember. It's a big box, and it's got two Viking ship models in it. Hela, and extraordinarily celebrates Leif Eriksson's discovery of America. Leif Eriksson, the son of Eric the Red, of course. And each Viking ship is named after one of these Vikings. These are the instructions. Fourth in Karlsefni is the other ship. Leif Eriksson's is based squarely on the Osberg ship, really, and has no historical connection, I think, with Leif Eriksson. But that's the historicity of it, as it were. They've taken the Osberg ship and made a model of it, and then applied it to Leif Eriksson. Shield transfers for the first time I ever experienced, but as you can see, they're ovoid. And along with not having decent Viking models of figures, this was the 70s and all I had was to convert Airfix soft plastic ancient Britons into Vikings to war with sort of Don Featherstone rules and this sort of thing. It rather put me off, I think, and also I didn't want to just put this rather marvellous ship model on a stand, two ships. I wanted to use them for wargaming, so one way or another, there's the ovoid shields. Obviously, you wouldn't have to use. It never got made up, and here it is. It's a wonderfully caretaking, celebratory model, I must say, because it's in 3 colours of plastic, as you can see, and the detail on for the carving of the Osberg-like ship prow. That's one of the ships that's in Oslo. Was a burial. Is marvellous. And when you put these shell halves together of the hull, 2 hulls, and you get 4, so they're exactly the same length. You get this wonderful shape, quite surprisingly, of a Viking ship with that lovely swell along it. So there it is, and I thought I'd quickly read this. This is a relatively little known bit of text about Viking ships. If I can find it. It's a Flemish cleric describing, it's called the Encomium Emmae Reginae, a book in praise of Queen Emma. And it describes Knut moving off with his fleet. And it says, "For there were so many types of shields that you might have thought the hosts of all nations were at hand. Further, there was such elegant decoration on the keels that to the dazzled eye of observers, viewing from a distance, they seemed made of flame rather than wood. For if at any time the sun mingled with them the radiance of its beams, here would flash the glitter of armour, there the fire of the hanging shields, burning gold on the prows, gleaming silver in the varied decorations of the vessels. In fact, so great was the magnificence of the fleet that if its commander had wished to subdue any nation, the ships alone would have terrified the enemy before their fighting men could engage in any battle. For what adversary could gaze upon the lions, terrible in the glitter of their gold, upon the men of metal, menacing with their gilded brows, upon the dragons, flaming with refined gold, upon the bulls threatening slaughter, their horns gleaming with gold, all these on the ships, and not apprehend dread fear in face of a king of so great a fighting force? Moreover, in this great armada none among them was a slave, none a freedman, none of low birth, none enfeebled by age, for all were noble, all strong in the power of maturity, all fully trained in any type of warfare, all of such fleetness that they despised the speed of cavalry. Marvellous. Of course, these days, there's no problem having Vikings. In fact, you're spoilt for choice. Gripping beast, black tree design, lots of others, I can't remember off the cuff. And like most people, I've got boxes and boxes of unpainted or partly prepared figures to make that would very happily go with those Viking ships, and may yet, who knows. Anyway, this video was partly inspired by Ralph Astley, and he's been pulling out games from his cupboard, and I thought I'd have a look at the Viking ship models. He's a very interesting channel, and his beautiful videos of ships turning in Plymouth Sound are well worth looking at as well. Modern ships, that is. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you will. And that's it.